one thing that I had a hard time doing is trying to understand how, and I'll just say the character, how Ellis French
Mhm.
is still from the beginning of the movie through the end of the movie trying to, I don't know, win his mother back, win her love
Yeah.
despite all that rejection. And I'm just wondering, um, and I couldn't help but wonder, given the things Inez says to Ellis,
Mhm.
I kept thinking, did she hate him? I know she says, I love you, but I don't like who you are, or something like that. But I don't know. I'm also a single kid. The single mom also grew up in New Jersey. And I
Yeah.
would have a hard time, I'd have a hard time forgiving my mom, or even wanting to go back to try to win her approval or acceptance after a lot of the things we see Inez do to Ellis in this movie.
My mother was a really complicated woman. She was the first person to ever love me completely. She was also the first person to ever reject me wholly. My mom was an orphan. She was from the age of 10 years old. She had me at 16. And a part of it in this film is you start to realize that people can't give you what they haven't been given. And the unconditional love that Ellis is looking for from his mother, no one had ever given her. So she doesn't know how to provide it to him. And and mind you, like, we were speaking about Jeremy earlier, but as a black gay man, I don't really see movies with black gay heroes very often. Most times we're the accessory to the hero, the
Right.
handbag. And the reality of it is I think people go to see movies to see themselves and to see aspirational versions of themselves. 1 out of 2 black gay men are projected to be HIV positive in their lifetime. We're 8 times more likely to be homeless, 8 times more likely to commit suicide. You know, there's hell to pay when you're living in this skin and you're trying to be the best, most authentic version of yourself. It's not easy. And what I'm hoping to do with this is to inspire a generation to keep fighting. I made this movie for anyone who's ever felt alone, anyone who's ever felt overlooked and abandoned. And I hope that by the end of watching this, you know that you are worthy, that you're valuable, that you're enough. So, long story short, me loving my mom makes me feel better about what she did to me. And I can't say that I have all the answers to it, but what I can say is that this film explores those very complicated emotions.